Hello everyone. Today I'm going to introduce you to our activity where we employ analogy to introduce computer network concepts to undergraduate students. This is a teamwork between myself, Hazina Kutimami, and my friends Marina Mararshad and Rashida Kadi. So the base problem towards this project is that students face problem grasping and understanding the concepts in computer networks. This is especially true for the students taking network communication courses. They use the internet, they use the network, but they cannot imagine how the network works. So the objective of this project is to help students build a basis of understanding by showing them the concepts in a different perspective and using a fun teamwork hands-on approach to help them do the activity. So the activity that we are talking about is something we call robot delivery activity. So the activity uses analogy to introduce the concepts of computer network in a different, more common perspective. It is also used to demystify that computer network is a difficult course. So as analogies are widely used, our new thing or innovation is that robot delivery is a one-to-many. It's one activity, but it covers many concepts in it. These concepts are content of the course. The experience from the activity can be recalled later in teaching. For example, as the weeks goes on, the first week that we run the robot delivery, it can be recalled and help with understanding of that concept. So basic process is we explain the activity, put them into groups, give them a basic map to discuss, and then the discussion is shared in Jamboard. The lecturer is going around the group, helping the students if they have a problem. And then we repeat this by giving them every other part, P2 to P5. After P5 is done, we bring everybody back to the main group and we reflect on results, discussion, and also the course content. Let me give you a run-through about how this activity is done. There is a company that builds robots, and their robots are big. So these robots must be disassembled and packed for delivery and later reassembled at the destination. So the first part will give them a basic map. So in the basic map, they would just have to decide which is the best way or which is the best route to take to transfer the robot from A to F. And then after they completed that, we give them part 2, where now we give them extra information where they have information about speed and distance. And then after part 2, there is extra information in part 3 where we have road type and transport vehicle. And in part 4, we introduce traffic, where there is residential and industrial area. And later on in part 5, we introduce road closure, accidents, and delay. There are many different concepts that we touch upon as the map evolves. For example, in P1 and P2, we talked about metrics in networks and segmentation and reassembly, which happens to be processes involved in transmission of an information. P3 introduces them to transmission links and transmission media, also the maximum transmission unit, and also fragmentation concepts. In P4 and P5, they talk about congestion, collision, routing, packets drop, delay, loss, and reliable data transfer, among others. These are the things that we cover in this one activity. At the end of the semester, we gave the student a survey. Surprisingly, most of them still remember what we talked about in the first week of class. All of the respondents agree that the analogy helped them understand content. And more than 90% of the respondents acknowledge analogy helped them with understanding difficult concepts. This activity works. It helps the student with understanding. It is simple, it is cheap, it is fun, it is engaging. Previously, we just did that in 2 classes. We plan to train other lecturers who are teaching this subject, which is a core subject with more than 11 sections, so that they can also use this in their class. That is our project. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.